Jesse. Jesse's at Parkway Athletic Club in Reno, Nevada. Welcome, Jesse.
Yeah, hey Steve, thanks for having me.
So let's talk about. I've noticed something that's in almost every pre-workout drink. Pre-workout supplements are very popular, but it's L-citrulline. So I noticed these pre-workout drinks have small portions of the ingredients, and they all have L-citrulline. So I started buying that in a powder and taking 5 grams before a workout. Man, I noticed. You notice the more blood going into the muscle and a bigger pump. I really noticed it. For weight training, I take citrulline malate, which is a little better if you're a runner or doing something else than maybe the other, just a regular citrulline. But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, so I think at this point it's pretty safe to say, like what you're talking about is citrulline is, widely used in most of the pre-workout supplements that are out there. It is also used in the ones obviously that don't have the stimulants in them, which I use both. I like to have pre-workout that has stimulant, and like to have pre-workout that has no stimulant too, usually, for different reasons, right? If it's nighttime and I'm going to put a quick session in before I get home, or even at home, I have a little setup there. I'm not really wanting to take, a whole bunch of caffeine and feel that effect, later at night when maybe I'm just doing it for the purpose of burning some calories and feeling good before I hit bed, right? So, but anyhow, yeah, citrulline has been used, and I think most people would agree that have had it. And when it comes to supplements, one thing I want to mention real quick: the best way to know, obviously, if you're not aware of this, and it's just kind of common knowledge, common sense, if a supplement is working or not, is to kind of get it in its form on its own, I think, at different times, right? A lot of the times when you take these blends and stuff like that, you're not really sure maybe, exactly which one is doing it, or which one is giving you maybe this result of a pump or a effect that, you enjoy for the workout or whatever the purpose is. So taking it on its own sometimes is a great way to do that. Don't change anything else you're doing at that time. Usually just add this to it and see what happens, right? And let it kind of do what it does if it has an effect. But anyhow, yeah, I think citrulline. So the way that it works, it's like one of three dietary aminos, right? And so I believe what happens with it is as it goes through your system, it turns more formally into like a form of arginine. And
Yes,
then
it
I,
does.
I think that's what happens is the arginine is what actually gives this effect of, better blood flow, to muscular muscle or tissue, so to speak. Right. So, and, yeah, I think that everybody, like I'm saying, I feel effects from it when I take these different forms. I like it. I like to have it, like you're saying, at a dose. I think that is agreeable to your body, that is enough that's going to get you the effects. So, and that's another thing I think with some supplements, if you look at, the labels and you read the dietary breakdowns of the actual ingredients listed, sometimes there's not enough, right? I think, or maybe it is on overload,
Usually not.
Yeah, usually it's not, right? Usually you find, especially with marketing and how neat and cool they can make everything look these days, the ingredients on some levels are not always what everybody, takes in or reads. And with the stimulants that are in these pre-workouts too, people feel the effect from 300 to 500 milligrams of caffeine in a serving for sure. And so they really let that take over as far as grading a pre-workout and saying, okay, man, this works great, right? Like I have super energy. I feel crazy, but again, paying attention to some of the levels. And I think just like where you said on that dose level of about 5 grams. That's about right. I think that's where, and I think that's what's recommended if you read up a little bit and study on it for most people, or males, for performance based exercise is about 5 grams before, and about with supplements, they say 30 minutes to an hour, relatively before you work out. There's a truth to that, but also let's say you had it stored up in your system and you drank it hours before that, your body will also know when to and how to use, this nitric boost or this, vaso boost too. So yeah, I think that it's a great supplement if people are not having that or using it, even, men, women, anybody really, right? Because this can also help just blood flow and the ability to get more blood flow to cells all throughout your body. So could have benefit for a lot of different reasons, not just for the pump or the gym use, but other good reasons too.
Absolutely. It increases nitric oxide. And a lot of these pre-supplement or these pre-workout supplements, they're selling the ingredients. The ingredients are good, but there's not enough of it in it.
Yeah.
And so they're marketing it that way. And you're right about the arginine. Try L-citrulline and arginine and see what happens. Arginine is very popular with bodybuilders before a workout because it's going to increase that nitric oxide, which is going to make you feel that pump more blood in the muscles. So appreciate your tips, Jesse, as always, and we will see you next time.
All right. See you, man.